Here is the payroll module. So we will go to the payroll generation. Here it will show all the payroll generation history. If there is a drop, we can delete that, and if we want to view the existing payroll generated data, we can see here, and we can print this out. So if we want to generate the new payroll, for example for the month of September 2020, the payroll, this shows the disabled field, so it means that the payroll is already generated for this period. But if we are going to generate the new payroll, it should have the attendance of the month, then it will show the data. For the September, let's see here. So the employee name, designation, the project name where he is currently assigned. If one person is assigned, if one person has been assigned two projects, like 15 days for project 1 and 15 days for project 2, so he will have two records here. So because for the project 1 he might have a different salary package, and for project 2 he might have a different salary package and different number of days. So the is showing the two records for this person. Similarly for this person, he have been assigned two different projects, so it's showing two records for him. So here the number of days he has spent for this project, or if for the whole month at one place, we will use this one. For number of days, number of extra overtime, number of hours, and the total will show the number of days and overtime spent, or the total amount. Here are the expenses he have claimed, the expenses, and then house rent, the taxes. This is total pickup, total delivery commissions. This is the sum and the total salary, then final salary. This is the final salary. So in the payroll generation, here we can also have a filter. We can also filter the data based on the clients and based on the projects. So if there is any client and multiple projects, so we can filter the data and review the total. Then payroll, generate payroll slip, pay slip. In the pay slip, we can generate the salary slip and also make the payment. Choose the payment method, add the comments and make the payment. So now this salary is paid, the status is paid, and we can see the detail here. So this is the detail, the allowances, the deductions, and the total salary detail. Here are the comments. So once the payment is made, the transaction, the account ledger will be posted. The total account ledger will be debited of this employee, and the other side ledger, like credit, like cash or bank account, that will be credited, and the employee account will be debited. That we can see in the accounting module, by the way. So here are the pay heads. In the pay heads, we can define multiple heads like house rent, if it is allowance or deduction, it's allowance. We can define the rounding formula. Calculation is flat rate or percentage. If it's percentage, then it will be the percentage of basic salary. Flat rate, it shows rounding limit. Calculation value like 2000. this we will define here, and from the employee profile page we will assign this pay head to his profile. So the during payroll generation, this allowance will be posted to his payroll. Then we have worksheet. This is basically timesheet. We can add the detail of the tasks here. Then there is a setting. Everything we have done that can be managed through setting, like in general setting we have this information. In system setting we can set currency symbol, and position, date, format, then roles, attendance, clock in and clock out, enable, disable. This is payroll logo should be applied here. Then email notification, enable, disable for the employees. And this is other setting, notification setting, SMTP setting. Here we can upload the stamp for the invoice or payroll or other vouchers. In the constants we can define multiple things like contract type. If so we can define multiple contract types. This is being used in the in the employee profile. Qualification, we can add the education level, we can add languages, we can add skills, and this all information is also being applied to the employee's profile. Document types we can define, like registration card, passport, or any other document type we can save here, and this is being applied in the employee profile. Awards, we can we can define the awards here, like and this is also being assigned in the award section of the employees tab. Leave types, warning types, termination types, employee exit type. These are all the things which are being used in employee profile here. Pay heads, these are document types. So all these things are being used here. In the qualification we have school, university, educational level, and other things. Then we go to the accounting side. Here is the dashboard of accounting module. So in master we have the customers. We can create new customers here. A customer can have multiple contacts that are being used on multiple places. So we are adding the customer, we are assigning the account group, and then the contact name, mobile number, and the second mobile number for the contact person. This should be active. We can take a picture of the customer or attach the file. So this is the customer creation. Customer categories here. In account groups, this is part of chart of account. So the basic account groups are defined here, like capital, loan, current liability, fixed asset, investment, current asset, and other accounts, sale account, purchase, direct expense, indirect expense. So these are the basic account ledgers and account groups, and the new account groups head can also be created, Like if I want to create a new account group, uh, so and then we can apply the group category. The nature of this group can be asset, expense, income, liability or equity. So this is the parent group we are choosing. Its nature is already selected. So from here we can define the account groups, and then we go to the account ledgers. Under account groups we can create multiple account ledgers, and we can design the chart of account as per our requirement. So when we create the employees, they are automatically going to the employees account group, and there are multiple. When we are creating the customer, they are going to the sundry debitors customers account group. When you are creating the supplier name, they are going to the sundry creditors supplier account group. So these are the other account ledgers. We can create new account ledger. We just need to define the ledger name and the account group type. We can also define the opening balance. For example, if we are defining the bank account, and from here we will choose the bank account, then let's say we have this amount in bank account, so it will be debit, and we will save it. So this will create a bank account with this amount of opening balance, and when we will make some payments or receive some payments against that account ledger, it will maintain the balance. Here is the currency setup. This is the chart of account. It has multiple levels. We can view by date. Under asset, these are the multiple account ledgers. These are the income heads, expense heads, and this chart of account can be fully designed from this master section, account group and account ledger. Right now it shows 4 level account chart of account. In the banking, we can create bank accounts. In the transaction, there are 3 type of vouchers: payment voucher, receipt voucher or general voucher. If we are making some payments, if it's the payment of the supplier, let's say this, and we add some amount, from payment voucher we have to choose cash or bank. So if we are going to choose the cash, it will credit the cash and debit the supplier account, and if we are going to choose the bank, then it will credit the bank account and debit the supplier ledger to maintain the balance. So this is the payment voucher. We can print this out, take the signature from the receiving authority, then this is the receipt voucher. If we are receiving some payment from customer, we will use the receipt voucher. So this receipt voucher can also be debit or credit the cash or bank. So from here, from the top, if we will choose the cash, then it will debit the cash and credit the this account, the account ledger. Or we can also choose the bank account. This will debit the bank account and credit this account. So We can also use general voucher for double entry, like for if we want to debit cash and credit the bank account. It will be used for double entry. We can we can use import feature for multiple transactions through Excel. You download sample sheet and import. So this is the general voucher. It shows double entry. Then these are the financial statements. If we go to the trial balance, it will show the trial balance by specific period, by specific voucher type. Here is the profit and loss report. All the transactions we will make against the specific period, we can view the report of profit and loss. The profit and loss report, there are two kind of profit and loss report. Some companies use accrual basis, some companies use transaction basis. So these are two different reports, and the system maintain both kind of reports and give the detail of all the transactions. This is the accrual basis transaction, and this is the accrual basis, and this is the transaction basis profit and loss report. If we go to the reports, here are all the reports again, and in the setting there are settings, user role and permissions. We can create new roles to use the system. We can assign the permissions, like for this role we can assign these permissions. So this is the accounting module.